Hey, everybody. We didn't want to leave you hanging, so we greatly appreciate you guys waiting around in the chat room for the show to start. As you can see, you got P-Dubs, you got Nostalgia, and unfortunately, we're missing a couple of guys. Michael B is a drop-off or pick-up? I think pick up the wife from the airport, so he's on his way back. He might join the show just a little bit late, and Detroit Love is wrapping some stuff up as well. So figured we'd hang out with you guys for a minute before we start the show proper. We do have a pretty good show scheduled for tonight, I would assume, like we usually try to do. How's it going, guys? What's up, Meatball? What's up for Shizzle? I love that name, for Shizzle. Adam Kolb is here. We appreciate Adam. Always, Adam's awesome. Jolly Green is ready to get this started. Retro Gaming is chillin' Maine. So how you feeling today? You haven't been feeling so good, have you, Stephen?
I'm just tired. That's all.
You're just tired?
Just tired.
Well, I'm sorry. What do you think? What percentage are you running at?
It's probably running at 50%.
You're running at 50%. So we're only getting 50%. Half a nostalgia.
50% of me tonight.
All right, so maybe there's a way we could have, if there was a way we could double the 50%, we would have a full nostalgia, right?
That'd be hard to do. That's a lot of energy, man.
I don't know. Well, we're gonna keep going, guys, even though our co-hosts are running behind, because I know your guys' time is valuable. It's already 9 o'clock on the East Coast, and we're gonna get the show started proper here. Nostalgia's running at 50%. We're missing a couple of hosts. Maybe I can do something here to get us 100% nostalgia. We'll see. Let's just hang tight, guys, and we'll be right back. We got a pretty cool show. We got also some exclusive news to share as well. So make sure you guys don't change that dial, okay? And we'll be right back.
What time is it? Game time. Woo!
Hey, everybody, it's Dubstalgia. Let's get started. That's
Nice.
right.
Nice.
Nostalgia's here. We got our additional 50%. We are now running a full nostalgia on this broadcast, baby. That's right. And let me tell you guys something. When you're nostalgia, when you're Dubstalgia, what?
Nothing. It's
What?
literally 100%. You got
This
it.
is now we are at 100% nostalgia. Am I wrong?
150%.
Oh, good. How you doing, man? How you doing, guys? Thanks as always for tuning in to the Super GameRoom Dudes Arcade and Gaming Podcast Show. We greatly appreciate it. I'm your host, Dubstalgia. And with me, as always, is Nostalgia. Do your thing. Do your thing, brother.
Oh man. Well, I'm excited to be here, even though it's just the two of us. Those are some wicked gloves.
Dude, I got them off your Teespring, bro. These
Oh,
are
well,
on the Teespring. I
Those
got
are the
shirt.
nostalgia. Those are the
I got
official
the hat.
nostalgia branded.
I got the hat. I got the shirt. I got the hands. I'm ready to tear apart a Pandora's box right now. Holy crap, guys. Take a look. Michael B. the Game Genie has arrived. Woo! Yeah, how you doing, man?
Super duper.
Dubstalgia. What's going on? Everyone, give a thumbs up in the chat for Dubstalgia. Let's get started. I got the hat. Woo! Love it.
I very much appreciate it. I feel a lot more at home now.
Ow. Okay. I can't operate the show with these on, but they will definitely be making an appearance later. We do have
man. Hold on, if I can, you can.
Well, that's
Fair's
true.
fair.
Yeah, well, I do all the clicking. You don't. So hold on. It got all tangled up in my wire. Now, guys, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the show. We do have a few bits of exclusive news for the iArcade brand, for Ice Arcade, as well as for AtGames. So, guys, we have a lot of information here. I got to put my glasses on. I'm so sorry. Now I look less like you, but, you
should have told me. I would have brought my glasses down, too. Could have been
guys, this is the perfect Halloween costume. I am going as Nostalgia, but we're going to name it Dubstalgia. There you go, guys. Pretty close hat, huh? Almost identical?
You gotta fill in all those white hairs with some beautiful, nice dark.
I know.
Dark
All those
beard
great. All those great gray hairs. Wolfenose, don't be gross. Come on, man. We love Wolfenose, but come on. Michael B., how's your day been, man?
Hectic. Very hectic.
Yeah.
Just picked my wife up at the airport and literally got in the door 2 seconds ago. She's been gone a week, and I decided that instead of saying hello to her, I'm here with you guys. So
yeah.
Divorce pending.
Divorce pending. Wow. All right, guys. So now that we have matching hats, Michael B's here, and one of these things is not like the other. You don't have that.
If Mike, I was gonna say if Mike pulls out that hat, I'm gonna just die. I'm gonna die tonight.
Michael B, you have permission from Jamie to talk, and Jamie is a guy. I know Michael B screwed that up last week, and we definitely don't tolerate that kind of shenanigans on the show. Michael B, get it right. Jamie is a dude. So, all right, guys, let's dive into it. You guys are already waiting. We've already stalled. We've killed enough time. So let's talk about a few things. First thing we're going to talk about is Ice Arcade Pro. I did release a video earlier today, but to give you some of the highlights as well as some additional information, Ice Arcade Pro is launching next week. If you guys don't know what Ice Arcade is, well, Ice Arcade does redemption machines, guys. We're talking redemption machines for real arcades. We're talking these big, monstrous arcade products. These things can be anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 on average. Most of this stuff is in the $10,000 to $15,000 range. This stuff is big, it's heavy, it's expensive, it's professional, it's commercial, and then it's all built in the USA, baby. American pride, American strong. And of course, we have the Ice Arcade Pro in-home arcade, their new in-home arcade line. And guys, it is going live next week. So next Tuesday night, per the I was speaking with their sales guy Mark today. Per Mark, next Tuesday evening, the website will go live, which will be really, really cool. And we'll find out what is all this stuff, right? We've done some speculations, we've done some discussion, and all those kinds of things. Now, it's going to go live on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, guys, we will have the folks from ICE coming on the Super GameRoom Dudes podcast show. That's right. So there will be a special show next Thursday evening. We'll have ICE on. And although the website is going live on Tuesday and our show's not till Thursday, if you think you know everything just by, I'm just going to go to the website and I don't need to watch the show, you guys are going to want to tune into the show. Michael B., what you got?
I'm going to be so disappointed if they don't come on the show and talk to us like, stop, collaborate, and listen. ICE is back with a brand new invention.
That's right. That's right. Jeez, how do you wear these things? It's so hot. I live in Arizona. It's 100 degrees. Jeez, this sweater's so heavy. Nostalgia.
He should have got the T-shirt.
All right, so let me pull up a couple of things for you guys here because I don't want to forget. So let me zoom in on this bad boy. Now, also, guys, and we want to make sure we hype our fellow content creators. This exclusive rendering pick was sent to YouTube content creator Unqualified Critics David. He's a friend of the show. And David posted this earlier. What ICE is doing is they sent out some sporadic mystery picks to various content creators who they're trying to partner with on, helping market this stuff. And this is the one they sent to David, and there's supposed to be hints in these photos, guys. So when I look around here, obviously we see that great big basketball, right? And I see this stuff right here, these little basketball doohickeys, backboards with the stuff. I'm not seeing a lot of Easter eggs in here. What do you guys think? Do you guys see any Easter eggs in here? They said there were. Here, let me go full screen for the viewers. Yeah. Any Easter eggs? Let me know if you guys see anything. Shout it out. And yes, Terry, I did change the background. We had people complaining about our animated background. We are going with a solid state background, folks. Okay. You guys see anything? I don't really see anything in this one.
I don't see anything either.
Yeah, he said there were Easter eggs in these photos, but I'm not putting it together unless maybe...
Oh, there's a skateboard on the far right-hand side. I don't know if you see that there.
Oh, a skateboard.
Maybe that's not a skateboard. Maybe I'm wrong, but that looks...
No, that's a skateboard.
That
That looks like a wheel. Hey, maybe they're coming out with a Tony Hawk game. That'd be pretty cool, huh? I don't know. I'm not seeing much in there, guys. I'm not seeing much in there, but there's a little bit more of a story to tell in our other photo, which I'll find here. Now, this is the one they sent exclusively to me and for the ICE Arcade Facebook fan page. Let's see if you can find... Nope, that's not it. Now, this one is... Where is it? Hold on, guys. All right. Now, this one is interesting, and I kind of showed this in my video, guys. Can you all see that right there? You guys see that on the screen?
Oh, yeah, we see
it. Okay. Yes, it's Tato. Relax, everybody. All right, so taking a look here. Now, he told me, when he sent it to me, he goes, I'm sending you a render. And I messaged Mark back. I said, dude, is this render like half finished? I said, because it looks like a blueprint, like a sketch, right? He goes, no, that's an Easter egg. You got to speculate on what that means. So I want to hear it in the chat, guys, as well as from my my homies here. What do you guys think? Why would they have a blueprint as part of this rendered photo?
Is it possible that some of their equipment's going to be modular?
In English for the casual listener,
It just means that you can adjust the size of it. You can order it to spec.
Order it to spec? Well, that would be interesting. What about you, Michael B?
Yeah, I think Nostalgia's onto something there. Maybe there isn't going to be a designated brand, so to speak, so much as, say, for example, you want a basketball, one of their basketball shot nets. You can ask specifically to have a certain NBA team's branding, something along those lines. They'll design it to your specifications.
Mm-hmm. So I was thinking a couple things. I was like, well, if these machines, they're definitely going to be larger than the 3/4 scale in-home machines, but they're not going to be as large as their normal commercial size product. So maybe the blueprints are on their website. They'll help you design your game room, make sure that these machines fit inside your game room.
IKEA, how you can IKEA and do a room builder.
Yeah, do a room builder, like a room builder. So I'm thinking that's what it is.
What's in the back corner there?
This one right here.
Yeah.
That's
a Miss Pac-Man Galaga?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting that they keep putting this in. You'll notice Jurassic Park has been removed, but this is still in here. The 20-year reunion cabinet. I guess we'll find out more next week. Now, this is your super checks. This should be... So the one that's commercial is a lot bigger. I think it's blue. This one is black. And obviously, it's smaller than a standard bubble hockey. But there you guys go right there. So that... I didn't know I needed bubble hockey in my life until I saw this. I don't know about you guys. Let's see here.
We're from Canada. We have to buy it.
Well, I'm not the biggest hockey fan, but I do remember growing up playing that. and it's something that certainly piques my interest a little bit.
Yep. All right. Go ahead. You were saying?
I was going to say I'm not. I want to learn more. I just want more information. That's all.
Yep. So the CEO of, let me get this off of here. The CEO of Ice Games is Joe Coppola, and we're expecting to have him on our show next week. If he can't make it, the COO Drew will be on, and they promised us that we should hopefully see some additional presentation materials and stuff that you're not going to see on the website, because obviously the website's going to go live, everyone's going to look at it and stuff like that. But you don't want to miss the show. Joe's very excited to share some additional information with you, as well as introduce himself to the community and talk about the history of the company, why they're making a move into the in-home space, and what kind of target customer they're looking for, and all that kind of stuff. It should be a pretty good show. As you guys know, whenever we have CEOs on of companies, we always put on a pretty good show for all of you. So I'm super excited about that. Any final thoughts on Ice before we move on to the next topic?
No, I think I'm excited to kind of find out more, because we don't really have a ton of information aside from a few photos. So I'm kind of curious. We don't really know what their business models is going to be. We don't know what kind of products. I mean, we have an idea, but we don't know for sure what those products are actually going to look like consumer side. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm now determined to find out whether or not Vanilla Ice is on Cameo.
How much do you think Vanilla Ice would charge for a cameo appearance?
$50.
$35.
You know that Hacksaw Jim Duggan one that cost us $75.
He's got to buy 2x4s.
But it was the best $75 I ever spent. I mean, who doesn't like Hacksaw?
I don't even know who Hacksaw is.
Listen, nostalgia.
I'm having a hard time with this. I'm seeing double, 4 nostalgias.
2 nostalgias, or actually 1. He's only running at 50%, so technically we have 1 nostalgia on this episode, and I'm Dubstalgia, his arch enemy. All right, guys, let's talk about the iArcade. So iArcade did pass their FCC testing, which means the products, they're being manufactured, they're being built. Jong did another live stream today. And good news, the products look to be shipping in November. They were going to ship end of October. Now we're looking at mid-November. So that's fine. I mean, 2 weeks is not the end of the world. Who cares, right?
That's the nature of the beast.
Right. So now here's what's exciting. October 20th through the 25th, P-Dubs, me, I'm heading home to Chicago, guys. Got to go visit some family. Got to see my sisters, my nieces, my nephews, all that kind of stuff. And while I'm in Chicago, guys, I will be visiting the iArcade office, and we will be broadcasting live from Jong's office. I'm bringing capture cards. I'm bringing HDMI splitters. I'm going to get you the footage you've been waiting for. I'm going to play the machines, and we're going to do that for you guys on Super GameRoom Dudes, as well as on my YouTube channel. And also, we're going to have a party in his office. Jong and I are going to go out drinking. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome, guys. So just a heads up there, P-Dubs will be live in the iArcade office in 2 weeks. So probably the October 22nd or something like that. So that'll be really, really cool. Let's see here. Just catching up on the chat.
We got Anthony. I was going to say, Anthony was just saying that he was actually going to cancel his day 1 Kickstarter until you convinced Jong to do that custom artwork.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Don't blame me. I didn't convince him. It was the community that convinced him. I'm just a cog in the wheel. So, guys, if you're excited about the Super GameRoom Dudes and P-Dubs getting their hands first on the iArcade products, let us know. I'm super excited about it myself. All right, moving on. Now, Nostalgia, I need you to talk about this, because I told a couple guys today I'm not interested in this next topic. I actually think it looks annoying, but this sounds to me like it'd be a little bit more up your alley. Super Mario Brothers 35.
Okay. Tell me
why I should play this, because honestly, it looks annoying to me. but tell me why I should play it.
Well,
Maybe
actually, hold on. Why don't you start by saying why you think it looks annoying, and then maybe I can rebuttal some of those points.
Well, it just, well, hold on here. So like when you're playing on your screen, are you going to have all these other screens like in the bezel area, all this other distraction going on, all these other people playing?
Well, have you played Tetris 99?
No, I have not played Tetris 99.
Okay, so it's the same premise as that. So yeah, in the outside bezels, you're going to have X number of players that are going to be playing. And the whole point of it is that every action you take in your game has an impact, kind of like butterfly effect in somebody else's game. So the objective is obviously to stay alive for the longest period of time, and I think rack up the highest score as well. So I don't know. It's just like a fun way to play Super Mario Bros.
All right. So guys, let me know in the chat. Should I give this a shot? Does it look fun to you? Does it look obnoxious? Is it just, I don't know. I'm not digging it. I'm not digging it, but was Tetris 99 good, Michael? Did you play Tetris 99 at all?
Yeah, I played Tetris 99. It's fun. I think you should try it. I don't see what the harm is. You said that Super Mario Brothers was the greatest Nintendo game ever made on Rexer's show, so I don't understand why you wouldn't try this.
Because this is a Super Mario Brothers. This is some millennial let's all play together crap. I don't know.
This is not a let's all play together. This is a let's all play against each other.
Let's all play again. All right.
It's all about skills. Do you not have skills?
He does not. He's a chump.
Dude, I got mad skills when it comes to Mario.
Well,
I don't know. All right.
So I put your medal to the test.
All right. Now, apparently you can get this for free. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, it's free to download. I don't know. I haven't actually downloaded it or really kind of gone onto the e-store to play it, but yeah, as far as I know, it's completely free to play or free to download. I don't know if they're going to end up doing some sort of like a premium package, or if this is only like a limited time or what's going on with this. I know Tetris 99, you can pay for like additional content, but
well, since it's free, we can't argue with free, right? But here's my point.
That's Anthony, your motto.
Anthony, it says fun for a few hours, then annoying. Is this game going to have a lot of replay value? Let's find out. All right, let's see here. Rexer, don't talk trash. You're like 90 years old. All right, let's see here. He just had his birthday. By the way, everyone, wish Rex a happy birthday. He just had his birthday the other day. Rex from the Rexer Show. D-Love is running behind, guys. We'll try and get him on here as soon as we can. Millennial crap but fun. I like this. Millennial crap but fun. All right. All right, cool. Let's get this off here.
We got another Canadian viewer. Almost a celebrity just joined the show too. CJR, how's it going, man?
Hey, CJ, welcome to the show. Where's his comment? I gotta find it. I don't know where he is. No, there he is. There we go. Hey, CJ, welcome to the show. We greatly appreciate it. All right, so we got Mario 35, which it sounds like a lot of people like. I'm gonna have to give it a shot, especially if it's free, right?
I would say so.
I would say so. Okay.
I would say so. Give it a shot. What harm is it? Just 15 minutes of your time. I'm willing to bet you end up liking it better than anybody else in the chat.
Yeah, can you imagine if I come back later on? I'm like, this is the greatest game of all time. It's so amazing. That's what's going to happen, right?
I hope not.
Oh, man, look at this. Look at this hat, dude. How do you wear this hat in public?
Well, you need to have like a certain type of swagger, and I don't know that you do, but that's okay.
Dubstalgia. Oh, by the way, this right here, guys, TMT pinball for the AtGames. Fake news. Fake news. We appreciate the comment, guys, but that is fake news. That is not real in any way, shape, or form. So pay no heed to that. Puzzle Bobble. Are we going to get Puzzle Bobble anywhere in the arcade world, guys? All right. Let's see here, guys. So also on the console side of things, today is a big day for Star Wars Squadrons. Now, this is right up P-Dub's alley, guys. How many of you got your Star Wars Squadrons today or are looking to pick it up? I myself got my copy today, delivered by FedEx. Super, super excited. If it wasn't for this show tonight, I would be playing this right now. But I'm going to play this right after the show. I can't wait.
You going to live stream it?
Are you going to be live streaming?
Well, I want to play like the first, like learn how to fly the ship and stuff, like for a little bit, and then then I'll live stream it. I don't want to
Nah,
do that.
you got to stream your entire learning experience.
No, because
That's what people want.
they don't want to see that. They want to be like, okay, guys, apparently we press down to go up to go down. They don't want to see that. They just want to see you get right into the combat, right?
No, they want to watch you fail miserably for the first 30 minutes.
Now, guys, if any of you want to play with me, I am on Xbox. Just add me. Just P-Dubs Arcade Loft. It's pretty easy to find me. And you can send me a friend request. And if you have this game, be more than happy to play with you. And you might even end up on a live stream. We could do some partner live streams and things like that. As you guys know, I have my Star Wars flight helmet ready to go. I might have to wear it if I get into trouble, if I need that extra boost of energy, right? What's on your mind, Michael?
Well, I got Game Pass Ultimate, and I'm thinking about it now. I've never been a real online guy with Xbox, but since I have Game Pass Ultimate, maybe I need to pick up Squadrons too, and we can play together, P-Dubs.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Let's get the whole crew playing Star Wars Squadrons. That'd be a lot of fun.
Do they have cross-play Nostalgia?
I don't know about this. I actually don't know what's going on with this game. But
oh my god! If I could show you the troll meme I've been sending Nostalgia all week, it would make me so happy right now.
What is the troll name?
The troll meme.
Oh, the troll. Oh, that one. Yeah, I've seen it. I love it. It's the best troll. Yeah. The best troll of all time. I mean, hold on a minute. I want to get this going here. Oop, hang on. I gotta mute that. Get this going right here. All right, so we can show some of this action. Now, guys, there have been a lot of streams on YouTube already. Fans of this game are going nuts. IGN did an awesome 2-hour live stream today where they kind of showed it from start to finish, but they did have a whole lot of technical problems with their stream, which kind of ruined the show for a lot of us. I tried. Have you guys ever worked from home and you're working from home, but on the other monitor, you're trying to, take peeks at what's going on with these IGN events, right? So, of course, I'd be in there and be like, oh, that looks so cool. And then sometimes I was like, oh, man, this looks so difficult. This does not look as easy as Star Wars Battlefront, where you could just hop into the planes and it's just a simple up, down, left, right, fire your lasers, fire your missiles, right? This actually is almost like a flight simulator. And it's definitely going to be a learning curve from the videos I've seen. It does not appear that you're going to hop in here and be the master of the galaxy on your first run. What do you guys think about that?
I think it looks pretty good if you're into this type of game. I haven't played any of these types of Star Wars games since, I think, Rogue Squadron on N64. So I'm going to keep my eye out on it, but I don't know if this is 100% a game for me.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
Because you got no skills?
That's exactly why. I'm actually any game that I can't dominate, I just don't play.
Any game. Yeah, if I'm not good at it, I just don't play. I don't even try to get better. I don't even practice. If I'm not
inherently good at the game, like if I pick it up and I can breeze through an expert, then it's not worth my time.
Oh, God, this thing looks beautiful, doesn't it? I mean, doesn't this look beautiful? But, guys, let me ask you a question, though, because Nostalgia brought up a great point. And let's be honest in the chat. No exaggerations or anything like that. Let's be honest, guys. This is a safe place. This is only being broadcast on the internet for the whole world to see. Excuse me. So, when you're a gamer and you pick up a new game for the first time, if it's really challenging, like in the first 10, 20 minutes, do you say, screw you, grandma, and you throw it away and you never touch it again? Or do you have patience and you're willing to spend 2, 3, 4, 5 hours mastering a game? What about you, Nostalgia?
I'm the type of person, I don't play multiple games at the same time. And I typically commit to a title. So I buy a game that I think I'm going to want to play. Unless I really can't get into the storyline, difficulty isn't usually something that'll stop me from playing a game. I'll just have to get better at it and keep playing. But get good. That's it.
Get good.
So, that for me, it's not a matter of difficulty. It's a matter of actual storyline. If the storyline can catch, then I'll continue to play. But I also like to focus on my one game until I complete it, and then I move on to the next game.
I'm loving reading the comments in the chat. What about you, Michael B?
A bit of a humble brag, but like I beat Jekyll and Hyde on the NES the very first time I ever popped it into the system. So, yeah, I don't mind a hard game. I enjoy a challenge. I just don't like it when it's a stupid challenge. Like last level in Ninja Gaiden, how they completely change how the game works. They don't have the immediate continues, and then you have to beat the boss the very first time you face him, or else he gets even more difficult. As long as the challenge is fair, I like a good challenge.
Yeah. Well, Nikki is just good, and so that means nothing's too hard. Now, for me, guys, my son, who is 19 years old, he will pick up a game, and if he is not a master of that game in like 10, 15 minutes, kid's like, I hate this game, doesn't play it again, right? Like, is it kids? Do the kids, these millennials, do they just not have patience anymore? Like, I have no problem sitting there for a couple of, I'll give it a couple hours, and after a couple hours,
how old
I
is
might,
he? You said 19?
18.
He's
19.
not a millennial.
No.
Yeah,
He's not a millennial. No.
Yeah,
He's in the next group.
The Gen Z, or what is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but I'm technically based off of the criteria. I'm a millennial. I think I'm like right in the last year of being a millennial. So, but I can tell you that he's not. It's just the type of gamer. I know a ton of people that they'll pick up a game, and if they're just no good at it, then it's not. They'll brush it off and be like, I'm not going to play it. But
so P-Dubs, I'll clarify for you. Nostalgia is a millennial. We're around the same age, so we're Generation X.
Yep.
And after Rexer's last birthday, I believe he's a baby boomer.
Yeah, Rex is a baby boomer. That's for sure. You know, how was that first World War, Rex?
Does Rex need some applesauce?
Yeah. So I can tell you, when I'm P-Dubs and I'm playing a game, I am the master of my domain. But when I'm P-Dubstalgia, like, you know, Dubstalgia, it's really hard. How do you play like this, man? It gets in the way of the controller.
It's just skills. That's it. You just got to get good. I watched you play pinball. You got to improve, buddy.
Oh, what are you talking about? I won that pinball league, dude. What are you talking about, bro? Just because I haven't tried Leprechaun King yet. Just wait.
Hey, I got knocked out today. Somebody beat me.
You're no longer number one.
I'm not number one. Somebody crushed me by like 4.5 million points.
Wait a minute, guys. This is cause for celebration. Let's verify this before, and this actually is a good transition into our next topic. But yeah, let's find out here. Hold on. Let's find out. Here we go. Let's share that screen. Yes,
I'm number 2 now.
I'm number 2.
That makes me sad.
You are now number 2.
See, you know what's interesting? Because ours, like, he's got 24 million, which is a dope score. The actual like global leaderboard for Leprechaun King is like 96 million. Yeah. So like, there's so much room to improve. So now I've just got to keep climbing. I'm not going to be happy with less than 30 million now.
So stupid question. There's no kill screen in a virtual V-pin table. Like it just keeps going like real pin would, right?
What do you mean?
So like it can continue forever. You could say you were good enough and you got lucky enough. You could just continuously play for like 4 or 5 days. There's no end, right?
Well, I would think that the only limitation is what the programmers put into the actual scoreboard. At a certain point, you're going to reach your cap. But I mean, yeah, in this game, you could easily get into the billions, and that wouldn't be impossible. It is pretty hard to do, but I mean, there's not really an attainable limit for these types of games.
So let's see here. So you set your record on September 3rd. So the community has had to listen to you be all cocky, boastful, and trash talking, smack talking. But today, the champ is not here. You can't come in like John Cena. You can't see me. The champ is here. Now you got to step outside the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's over, bro.
No, it's not. It's not. That's not how I do. So I'm gonna have to just. After I got that score, I think I played 2 more times, and I was like, nobody's gonna touch this for like 6 months, and then now I'm gonna have to go and spend the whole weekend playing this game to try to beat that score.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay up. It'll just be like a 48-hour marathon of Leprechaun King.
Right.
So.
Yep, guys, give the video a thumbs up for the downfall of nostalgia. We would greatly, greatly appreciate that support. Okay, let's keep on here. So we do have a brand new product from AtGames was announced last week. We talked about this on Legends Center. Only one episode of Legends Center left, guys. What's going to happen on the final episode? I don't know. All I know is P-Dubs. I guess I'm laid off. I guess AtGames doesn't want me anymore, right? Like, that's
Well, it's
it.
about time.
Season finale, it's done. Thanks for 13 episodes of service. And we'll see you later, wise guy. So...
Oh, they didn't wish you good luck.
Well, hold on a second here. You guys do all that, then someone like Billy Mitchell comes into the area. That's a great comment. Yeah, right. He's like, he could put that up with his eyes closed, right? All right, but back to the mission at hand. Yes, guys, next Wednesday is the season finale of Legends Center, and it might actually even be a series finale because we don't even know if there will be a season 2. Hope you guys tune in. Hopefully, we'll be able to give you what you have been waiting for endlessly. But to savor us until then, AtGames has announced a brand new device, the Legends Connect, which will be sold through DIY Retro Arcade's website. So what's really cool is I talked with Shane, and Shane is like, dude, I got the cords, I got the wires, I got the harnesses. He's going to be able to hopefully put together some really cool plug-and-play kits for people if they wanted to purchase this and do a mod, such as if you wanted to make your own bar top, make your own cocktail table, make your own handheld, stick it in a television, who knows, right? Like whatever the heck you wanted to do, Shane and the boys at DIY Retro Arcade will be able to help you, as well as we have a wonderful modding community. Now, we do have, when it comes to modding, we do have so many options. There's Pandora's boxes, there's Raspberry Pis, there's putting a PC, there's Odroids. Nostalgia, tell me why I should pick this for a mod. It doesn't have to be your only mod, but if I wanted to mod something, why should I go with this? What's the selling point?
I think the big selling feature for this is not necessarily, well, one, it's the ease of use. It's literally a plug and play system. It's got software built into it. It's got 20 of the titles in there. They're not amazing titles by any stretch, but out of the box, you've got games that you could technically play. But they've got their whole ecosystem behind everything that's kind of going on in the AtGames world. And the ecosystem is actually, I mean, it's growing every single day. There's more and more features. It's becoming really robust. And I mean, it's a good option for somebody who doesn't want to get a Raspberry Pi and have to tinker with, any of the Linux code or any of that sort of thing. It's nice and simple. It's pretty clean. And it's, from my understanding, it's going to be priced fairly competitively.
Yes. Any ideas about how the pin arcade will work for display options? This will support 2 screens. I can tell you guys that much. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so now when you place an order for the Legends Connect, if you just ordered the board, right? You'll get the board, you get a spacer, you get an antenna, you get a jumper cap, and you get an instruction manual. So let's dive into this a little bit for you guys. And people are like, well, what is a jumper cap? So if you were to put this inside of a Raspberry, I'm sorry, not a Raspberry. If you guys wanted to take a Pandora's box, like an arcade fight stick, or just even a Pandora's box, and if you guys wanted to hop in there, take their motherboard out, and throw this one in, there is a little pin right here that you need to put the jumper on. So right here, see, it's open, and you put the jumper on, and it'll close the pin right there. Okay, so that's what that. So this itty bitty piece is going to come with the cable. So some people were wondering what the jumper is. That's what it is right there, that little piece. And of course, what's nice is you do have instructions available to do an easy swap with a Pandora's box. The target mod that AtGames is going for, in my opinion, is although you could do a big, massive arcade type project, if you wanted to just do a Pandora's box mod swap, you can get that done, and it's very, very simple. I mean, guys, if you look at these instructions, it's just plug this in here, plug this in here, plug this in here, and put your case back on. and you're ready to go, right? So it's going to be a very simple mod to stick this inside of a Pandora's box. But then again, Nostalgia, why would I pick this over, some Pandora's boxes, they don't come with games preloaded anymore. Like, in fact, when you open the box up, it even has a letter in there saying, sorry guys, we don't preload these anymore. You know what I mean? With games. So technically you have a Pandora's box, but it's empty. Why? And if I was going to put ROMs on that and play with that, why would I even want to do this versus the Pandora's box? What makes this better?
Well, I've never really been a huge fan of Pandora's boxes. I don't like the UI that they have. It's just not really my taste. And like I said, this is going to come pretty much with everything you need. It's going to have firmware built into it, and you're getting into the AtGames ecosystem. So you get the advantage of the ArcadeNet options. You get the advantage of the CoinOpX. You get the advantage of Pinball. Right. You get the advantage of all of the other features that are available in the ecosystem, where the Pandora's box it's made for specifically arcade games, or it's made for console games, and you don't really get much outside of that. And there isn't really a good way to, you can add games to them, but you can't add pinball tables to those things. So it's for a different market, and it's also a little bit, I'd say it's more of a streamlined experience.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you guys something. I think what you're saying is correct, because I was thinking to myself, why would I even do this, right? Because I can get a Pandora's box, I could throw 1,000 games on it, or I could have this with 1,000 games on it. Why would I do this, right? Well, obviously, with the Legends Connect, it doesn't end at the 1,000 games. Just like Nostalgia said, you're going to be able to have access to their full ecosystem. If you're a fan of their ecosystem, if you want to be able to play thousands upon thousands of games in many different ways, you go this route. If you're like, oh, hey, I'm okay just sticking 1,000 on a Pandora's box, maybe you just live your life that way, right? And people say, well, why only 20 games? Well, guys, you're not. That's not the selling point of this board, is these 20 games, right? You're supposed to be able to do what you want with it, right? It's your board. Hold on a minute, guys. We have something special about to happen. Guys, don't hit that button. We'll be right back.
What up, YouTube? It's your boys, Detroit Love, P-Dubs, Nostalgia, and Michael B, the Game GD, with another episode of the Super GameRoom Dudes. We're already started.
Only 42 minutes in. Only 42 minutes in. But guys, he's here. Say hi to Detroit Love. He made it.
Hey, everybody. Last I heard, there was no show tonight. You guys are out of control.
We're animals, man. We're animals. We've been talking about this Legends Connect device, and we've been trying to now. Detroit Love, you recently got your Legends Ultimate, and I've really enjoyed watching your videos about you introducing yourself to this product. How do you feel now about having that ecosystem and the possibility of being able to buy, because you do a lot of modding? What do you think about all this?
I'm intrigued with the what's that? PW.
Sorry, there's a little bit of delay on your mic.
Okay. Yeah, I'm intrigued with the product. I mean, obviously, I like to mod things. This gives you a lot of options. I like options. That's what I live for. And so you can make some modifications and add games to it without having to do all the work that's required with the other options. So I'm definitely intrigued. It's starting to get cold, so I'm staying in more. So I hope excuse me. I don't know if you guys can hear that pinball jumping on. You guys wouldn't know what that sounds like at all.
Oh, look at that trend. He's like, I got my pinball machine and you don't. Y'all don't know what this is all about.
Yeah, one day, if they ever come through with the vaporware, you guys will know. But yeah, I definitely like the idea. I'm starting to play with it more, and I'm excited for what's to come down the pipe with it. It's got a lot of options, and I'm gonna explore them all for sure.
Yeah. Now, here's the other question. So when I look at the argument, Nostalgia, about this versus a Pandora's box. I think you can make a really good argument in the favor of the Legends Connect. Like, because you know what, those 1,000 arcade games on that Pandora's box, you could just run those on the Legends Ultimate through a USB, right? You're just going to plug a USB, running CoinOps X, or even just Add-on X, and you're going to have all those same games running on your Legends Ultimate, right? But here's the question, though, is when it comes to the Pi 4 modders out there, right? Pi 4, Pi 3B Plus, this thing natively isn't going to be able to do what some of those can, right? So again, how do we say you should do this versus a Pi 4? What do you think? What do you think our answer should be? Because honestly, I mean, I hate to sound biased, guys, and I'm not biased. I'm just speaking honestly. I think this versus a Pandora's box, I think you come out ahead using a Legends Connect because there's so much you can do with it. But this versus a Pi 4, that's where I kind of say to myself, maybe the Pi 4 can do more minus the online BYOG stuff, right? What do you think, Steven?
My thoughts, I'm a big Raspberry Pi guy. My channel started, my first videos that I ever put out were for the Raspberry Pi. And I've been doing a lot of work, and I work with some of the image builders and a whole bunch of people in that community. And what I would say is that the Pi is an amazing device, and there's no doubt that it's capable of doing, or it's capable of having much better performance in terms of advanced games. Now we're getting N64 running on that thing really, really, really well. I mean, I made a video where I was showcasing GameCube and Nintendo Wii games running on the Pi 4. So, I mean, that's a completely different animal. So, if somebody wants to grab a Raspberry Pi and they want to play some of the higher end games, that's the way to go. I'm not going to say that this is definitely the better option. It's certainly not the better option if you're going for higher end games. It is the better option if you're looking for a simple, easy to use plug and play system. Something that is robust in terms of its infrastructure and all of the features that you're going to get out of the box. You don't have to go online, download an image. You don't have to download software to write your image to an SD card. You don't have to do any of that stuff. And although that's relatively simple, some people aren't interested in that, and they just want a very simple plug and play solution. So, Raspberry Pis can be finicky, especially when you start doing custom scripts. I know I've done a ton of custom scripts, and you can get something running right, and it'll cause the next thing to break on you. So it really depends on what you're into. But the people that I would recommend this, the AtGames product to, are the people who just want a simple plug and play solution that want to get involved in the AtGames ecosystem.
Now we do have a question here from Jamie. She goes, "Well, where does the Connect max out game wise?"
P-dubs. Jamie.
Dude, did I do it again?
Jamie's not going to watch our show anymore.
Did I do it again?
Yeah,
you did.
You did.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. You know what, Jamie? Email me after the show. I'm going to send you a $25 Amazon gift card. No problem. Now, Jamie's question, where does the Connect max out game-wise? It doesn't max out. So, for instance, with the ability to run all these games off of CoinOps and USB flash drives, I have one flash drive. It's got like 9,000 games on it, 40 gigabytes. We got, console, arcade games. I mean, it maxes out when it comes to the type of games, right? Like, you can't run a lot of like stuff after PlayStation 1, right? But you have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of games you can run natively. Go ahead, Michael B.
Yeah, so I got a question. You guys know I don't care about playing console games on arcades like that. That never interests me. Right. But where does it end arcade-wise? Are we talking like when we get up to the Naomi level? Can it handle that? Or is that above the Kinect's ability?
That's going to be above the Kinect's ability. Naomi is one of those things that is a rather finicky. If you're running it off of an emulator, it's pretty finicky in terms of getting it to run properly. I think even now the Pi 4, the Pi 4 can run Naomi, but even that sometimes struggles and it needs a lot of optimization. So, we're not getting into that. That being said, the AtGames system has the ability to stream from a really high-powered server. So if you want, you could technically run it on their servers and stream it back to your device. So you technically can. streaming has really come a long way. We're starting to see people really entering the market again. We've got Amazon now launching a new streaming gaming system. Obviously, Google Stadia has been around for a little while. People have had some problems with it, and I certainly wasn't a big fan of it in the beginning, but it's come a long way since they launched and where they are today. And now we know that we're going to be getting into that. I believe Sony and Microsoft, they're all going to be entering that market pretty soon if they haven't already. And I think streaming is going to be something that's big. So, yeah, technically you can run anything, literally any game you want off of their servers. Their servers are incredibly powerful, more powerful than anything that you could buy in terms of a residential PC.
We did have a great question here by Devil Waldo. Is the Kinect the same processor specs as the cabinet? The answer is yes. This does not have an improved chipset or board or anything like that. It's running the same stuff. And one reason it's going to be cheap is you're just getting the board. You're not paying for the full arcade cabinet, and you're not paying for all the included games, right? You're not going to have this thing come with, here's a board with 350 games and it's only $50. It's not the way the world works, guys. So yeah, it's going to come with 20 games that you're probably not even going to play because you're going to add your own games. You're going to do your own mods. That is the whole purpose of this product. The purpose of this product is not to play those 20 games that come with it. And if you think so, that's just plain silly. The purpose is you do your own mod, right? Okay, let's see if we have any other questions in the chat, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this stuff. There's actually a lot of stuff to cover on here. So when it comes to this particular board, obviously you're going to have your 40-pin connector right here. What's really cool about DIY Retro Arcade, guys, is he does have the harnesses. Much like he already sells like a Pandora's box swap kit on his website, so I'm pretty sure he could just, instead of giving you a box, he throws a Kinect in there instead of a Pandora's box, right? It's the same harness. And what's cool is, your player 1, your player 2 controls, all that stuff is all through the pins here, which frees up your USB ports, right? And if your USB ports are free, hold on a minute. Oh, I think we lost Nostalgia. I think his internet dropped. Are you guys still there?
Yeah, we're still here.
Okay, cool. Now that frees up your USB ports. That way you're able to, do your add-on games or whatever. And of course you have your HDMI port to your monitor and all that kind of stuff. That's your power and stuff. One thing I noticed on here is there's not like a software volume control. You know what I mean? So how are you going to control the volume on this thing? That's because, the AtGames, it doesn't have a volume control built into the software. It's a hardware thing, right? On the cabinets, you hit the volume up, the volume down. So we'll have to see. You're probably going to have to make sure whatever you plug it in has a volume control through the HDMI. So don't forget that, guys. Let's see here. Where'd you go, buddy? We lost you there for a minute.
I think my internet dropped off. Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah, you're good.
We can hear you, but your mouth is not moving.
Yeah, I don't know why my camera keeps freezing up on me, but...
All right. Hey, guys, make sure you take your... oh, darn, he moved. All right. I was about to say, take your 5-second meme shots right there.
So whenever you make me small, I stop moving.
Right. So now, in order to kind of spruce interest in this thing, they're doing a contest. For the Legends Connect platform. Let me get this off of here. Nostalgia, you really wanted to kind of talk about this, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest. I think it's a pretty good opportunity for people.
Yep. Dude, did that Batman get closer to you or what?
It might have. It might have.
It's freaking me out. It looks like he got closer. So, all right, I'll share this, although it's kind of hard to see. We're just waiting on your... Dude, your internet is crawling. It won't even open your window.
Yeah, I'm struggling on my end here. I'm going to try to jump out for a second and then jump back in.
Jump out. So while we're waiting on him, guys, if you haven't heard, so in order to spice up interest in this product, AtGames is going to be doing a do-it-yourself contest, a BYOL. They're called Build Your Own Legends. Now, Detroit Love, is this something you're interested in participating in? If you could get your hands on a Kinect board, and what kind of mod idea could we see from you? Another pinball machine?
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to sit still long enough to give it any thought. But I'm definitely going to play around with the idea.
Yeah. Michael B, if this was a plug and play type mod, would this be the first mod we see on the Game Genie channel?
Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, I need more information on what I can connect to, what I do with it, but yeah.
Good. Nostalgia, what about you? Are you going to participate? Are you going to make a mod?
Yeah, I'm actually involved in this. We're talking about the competition, yeah? I have no idea. I missed the first.
Yeah, I was waiting for you
my
to.
internet was
I was
kinda-
waiting for you to come back. I wanted you to hype the contest.
Yes. So with the competition, there's going to be 3 panelists that AtGame has selected. I'm going to be one of the panelists in terms of judging, but those panelists are going to be responsible for making just an example to kind of go alongside with the competitors. So I am, I'm in, and I've already started planning out what I'm doing. And as far as I know, I think we're okay to tell people what it is that I'm doing, anyways, is in terms of my project. But I'm going to be doing a Legends bar top. So I'm going to make going to take this Connect. I'm going to build my own bar top machine, and I'm going to throw it in there.
Okay, so you're going the bar top route.
Yeah.
I am definitely doing the Pandora's Box mod when my Connect board shows up, because that is like the most common mod that this thing is going to be for. And it's a real simple plug and play mod, as you saw from those instructions. So I definitely will do a video tutorial on all that stuff. Let's see here. Bobby says he's interested. Sunomed says he's not. And guys, I want your honest feedback. Sulpurus says he is.
Mm-hmm.
Linux Lover says he just doesn't get the appeal yet. He hasn't been sold on it.
Okay.
Chris says I'm going to buy an Arcade 1-Up Space Invaders and put this in it. Now the question is this: will this work with an Arcade 1-Up? Like, let's say that 20. They also have the same ribbon cable in their Generation 1 machines, don't they, Steven?
They do. I'm frozen again, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
I'm not sure what's going on my end with my connection, but I'll try to stick around. If you guys end up losing me, you lose me, and I'll.
Well, we can hear you fine, so.
Okay.
Yeah, just throw the Chewbacca picture up there.
Okay.
Are you able to move the contest down a little bit?
I can try. Give me 1 second here.
Yep. Now, guys, the grand prize, if you win this contest, you're going to win an AtGames Legends Ultimate Pinball Machine. That is a huge, huge prize. Talking a $600, pinball machine when those come out. That's the grand prize. Second place, you get a Legends Gamer. And then third place, you get second place is the Legends Gamer Pro. Third place is, what is it? The Legends Gamer Mini, right? But the way they're going to do it is you submit your projects to AtGames saying, hey, I want to participate. You email arcadeideas@atgames.net. Nostalgia's screen was going to have the info, guys. We're just waiting for him to come back. We'll get it on screen so you can take screenshots here in just a second when he comes back. So you email your project. It's going to go to the AtGames panel of judges. They're going to review what it is you want to do. And if they're interested in your project and think it would be a great project for the community to see and all that kind of stuff, you'll be selected to participate in the contest. Now, if you're selected, here's what's really cool. You get the Legends Connect board for free. Now, if you ask me, that's awesome. Even if you don't win the contest, you're going to get the Connect board for free. And then and then of course the Connect board is yours to keep, right? And then what you have to do is it's competition. Now, can you make a project and get it done for $300 or less? Keep it in mind, guys, that the board is free, so you're not going to count that as part of your expenses. So there's a lot of options you can go. If you're a woodcutter, you could probably CNC and cut your own panels and make a machine. Pretty simple, right? If you're not, there's also other ways where you can maybe convert something, right? Convert an existing project. Do we have it out here on our screen?
Can you guys see? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can see
Okay.
your drawing and hear you.
Yeah, so I'm lost as to where we are. You want to fill me in
All right.
and I can jump
Yeah,
back into it?
let's go over the prizes here. So this is kind of interesting, these prizes. So it says here, what'll happen, guys, is one winner will be selected by the panel of judges as the grand prize winner. The winner will receive an AtGames Legends pinball machine. And these will be shipped out within 2 weeks of the contest ending. It says it all in here. It's also on the AtGames website, guys. All the contest stuff, it's on the website. Now, it also says here another winner will be selected based off a community vote. So they're going to have a poll, and the community gets the vote. And whoever the community votes for, they get an AtGames Legends Gamer Pro device. And then a final prize is the Legends Gamer Mini, and that'll be selected by the CEO PK, and they're calling that PK's pick. Now, what's kind of interesting is the panel of judges is one category, and then the community vote is another. So it's possible if the judges vote for you and the community votes for you, you might walk away with a Legends Gamer Pro and a Legends Pinball Machine, maximum of 2 prizes awarded for a single person.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they made sure of that. That way, if the panel and the community vote for the same project, then at least PK's pick, he's got to pick something else for the Gamer Mini. Does that make sense? Which I think is an okay way to do it. So I'm seeing a lot of good ideas in here. Battery modded portable Legends. Whatever Detroit Love builds, it's got to have a handle on it, right, buddy?
Right.
Now, did we talk about like the budget and everything that's going into this, and how the end user they'll have a $300 budget, but they're going to be reimbursed at the end of the competition?
Yes. If you could explain the budget, because the budget, I keep getting my tongue tied when I try to explain the budget. So yeah, explain the budget for everybody.
So the whole point of this is that you're going to be putting in a submission to allow. Oh, that's beautiful. You're going to be putting in a submission to allow for a $300 budget build using the Connect board. Now, the Connect board is not to be included in your $300, but that $300 is going to go towards parts or screens or whatever else you're going to end up using to build it. You're going to put everything down on paper. You're then going to submit it into the. There's an email that you've got to submit it to. I'll find it over here. arcadeideas@atgames.net.
Yes.
So you'll put your proposal together and you'll submit it. And then what happens is we will, at the end of the submission period, the panelists will take a look at all the different ideas that came through, and we're going to select our top 5 that we think would be the most interesting. And once we've selected the top 5, then we reach out to you guys, whomever those 5 are, and we give you guys the approval to say, hey, we're approving a $300 budget. We're going to send out your boards. They've got some paperwork that they have to fill out. Just obviously some of the legal jargon that needs to be taken care of needs to be dealt with first. And then there's going to be an effective start date. And the 5 people will then essentially go into competition with each other on that start date, and they will have 30 days to build their device. Excuse me. At the end of the 30 days, whether the device is finished or not, they have to then provide us video footage or photos in some sort of text document, ideally some sort of a video walkthrough to show us what you guys built or how it was built. Showcasing some of the features that are available. There's certain criteria you have to meet in order to get through to the end. So you got to show off those criteria being met, and then just tell us about your build and your experience. What kind of obstacles you came through? Did you have to do any changes from the original design? Were there any last minute changes that needed to be made? Things like that. So and I see Canty's talking about Canadians are not eligible. They're not eligible yet. This right now, we're going to be focusing on the U.S. right now because that's where the majority of distribution is. I'd imagine that once we've secured Canadian distribution for AtGames products and European distribution, we'll slowly expand out. And this, from my understanding, this is going to be something that we're looking to do more than once. It's not just a one-time competition. We're planning to do this, I don't want to say monthly, but we're planning to do this a few times a year at a minimum to really get engagement with the community and really just have fun with it. So obviously the $300 budget is not something you have to fully spend. You can spend less if you want. And the way it's going to work is you're going to pay for that up front. So whatever parts you need, you're going to buy, and you're going to do that all up front. And then at the end of the competition, you're just going to provide AtGames with an invoice with your receipts and proof of purchases, and AtGames will just reimburse you at that time. And the reason we're going with that method is because if somebody's only spending $100 to make their thing, then that's all they're going to get back out. You're allocated a maximum of $100 or $300 budget. You're not just given $300 to run wild with.
All right, scroll down a bit more. Now, guys, that's pretty cool. If you are selected for this project, you get the Connect board for free. And then, of course, you build it, and you'll get the $300 reimbursed to you at the end of the project. And that's whether you win or not, correct, Stephen?
Yeah, so all 5 participants, whether they win first place to last place, does not matter. If you have been selected as one of the 5, that $300 budget or that $300 reimbursement does come to you.
All right, keep scrolling down here because I'm
Where do you
tired
want me
of
to go down to?
reading the same paragraph. Keep going down. Keep going down.
So now we're into the prizes, and then we get into legal jargon.
Yeah. We don't have to do all that. So now that's cool, guys, and I think that's something that got missed during translation when this project was announced. Is it looks like they're going to pick 5 people to participate in the first in what do you call it? The first round of this event, right? And 3 people have the chance of winning it all, winning these prizes, and then of course you will get, even if you don't win, you're going to get your $300 reimbursed back to you. And this is something that they plan on doing throughout the year. There's going to be multiple events. So if your project is not submitted the first time around, there's a good chance that you might get in the second time around or the third time around. I mean, if you have, it's pretty cool. I think it's a cool event. Guys like Hazo says it's a cool event. I'm a little disappointed that our Canadian brothers aren't in there. I mean, what do we got to do, Nostalgia, to get some AtGames presence in Canada?
I think the team at AtGames knows my position on that. I think I've made it incredibly clear that I'm pushing pretty hard to see this in Canada. 1, because I think the products will do well, and 2, because I know there's a lot of people who want them up here. And I know there's only about 40 Canadians that live up here, but I think there's about 35 of them that are interested in the product, so why not sell to us? Now, and like I said about the contest, yeah, it's right now we're going to be focused on the U.S., but what we're hoping for is that distribution in Canada and in Europe kind of finalizes, and once that's the case, I think that we push this to be open to different countries, and then you really have an international competition, and potentially you go into teams. Maybe you've got a Team Canada versus Team USA versus Team Germany versus Team whatever, and I think that might be a fun route to go as well.
Can I just jump in for a second? I just wanted to say a special shout out to my number 1 fan, my brother, who's in the chat right now, Matthew Burry. So, hey Matt.
Where is he? Where's this? Ah, there he is. Boo. What's that?
Oh my gosh, he looks just like you.
I know, right?
Look at that guy. Oh my God.
More handsome.
Yeah.
It looks just like you. Better looking. All right. Welcome to the show, Matthew Burry. Make sure you tell us an embarrassing story in the live chat about Michael right now.
I wish you never did that.
Go ahead and type it in there. He wore diapers until he was 12.
Mike, you're starting to sweat a bit.
He's turning red in the face. Yeah, guys. So, AtGames, like, they're really going in crazy right now. Hold on a minute, like in a good way. So hang on 1 second. Let me get my screen shared here. I mean, they have the Legends Ultimate. They got the Legends Gamer, the Legends Gamer Pro. We got the Legends Gamer Mini coming soon. Legends Core, we pretty much all know what that is, right? It's that hockey puck device, right? And then the Legends Connect was just revealed, but look at what's coming soon. Legends Pinball. Nostalgia, what do you think we could tell folks about the AtGames Legends Pinball?
I don't know anything, man.
You don't know anything. You know something.
I know absolutely nothing about Legends Pinball.
I think you know something.
Maybe I know 1 or 2 things, but I don't know enough to say anything.
The crowd is waiting, Nostalgia.
I know that we're going to have a 32-inch playfield. I know that
everyone knows that.
Well, I'm just telling you what I know. I know that we're going to have a 32-inch playfield. There's going to be, I believe, a 14-inch kind of like DMD LCD that's going to be up there. As far as I know, there's 22 games built in, which is pretty sweet. Right. And I think we're working with Farsight Studios. So I think we're going to have some Farsight Studio titles on there. But I really don't know much outside of that.
Yep. Chris, if you missed the earlier part of the show, we did confirm that Ninja Turtles photo is fake news. In fact, that was confirmed to be fake news about 99 days ago. So sometimes stuff on the internet, it hits you in the face and then it leaves and then it comes back. Unfortunately, those guys who did that show must not have been aware that that was confirmed fake news a long time ago. So, you know what, Nostalgia? I say NDAs be damned. Let's do it. Let's reveal it all. Right now, you go first.
No.
Damn! Damn! I almost had him.
Not even close.
Oh, I almost had him, guys. Can you imagine that? He's all fired up. He's like, Pete up said NDA's Dan. Okay, I'm gonna go first. And then I cut the stream. Oh, that would have been great. Yes, guys. So I'm hoping it's our season finale of Legend Center. I have been begging AtGames to let me reveal some pinball stuff on the season finale. I think personally it would be a great way to end the show. If you guys agree with me, say so in the chat. And hopefully AtGames is watching, and hopefully AtGames will see that this is what the fans want, and they'll let me do the reveals. But my question is this, why are companies holding back? Any thoughts there, Detroit Love? Why haven't we seen the Arcade 1-Up pinball? Michael B., I want you to chime in here too. I've been talking all night. Where are the pinball machines? Detroit Love, if you want to kick it off, and then we'll work on it.
I mean, I don't get where the hesitation is. I mean, it's a huge demand for it. Like I've always said, I didn't play a whole lot of pinball, growing up, because I just didn't want to invest the money into that where my skill set wasn't great. But man, I've been enjoying playing this pinball behind me. That's a lot of work to get that done. To be able to just buy one off the shelf and be able to get to playing. I got 200 games on there. I don't play more than probably 15 of them, to be perfectly honest with you. And that's true with any of these cabinets, right? So to be able to get one and just plug it in and be able to play some cool ass pinball is what we're all looking for, but nobody's bringing it to the table. Yeah. So it's just crazy to me, And the more you wait, people are going to spend their money on other things, and the market's not going to dry up. But whoever's first one out there is obviously going to get the lion's share of that cash.
Yeah. Go ahead, Michael B.
So something happened. We were very excited about it. We all jumped in and tried to pre-order these things there a couple of weeks ago, and literally billions of dollars were spent in the last couple of weeks with people pre-ordering Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. So maybe these companies are saying gamers only have so much money. Maybe we should hold back a little bit, because right now there's a glut of new product and new merch coming out, and maybe now we should wait until closer to the Christmas, holiday season to release these, just so that people have time to get over the massive amount of money that me spent last week.
Yeah. So a couple quick thoughts on this. I unfortunately misinformed the community on Legend Center. I told everyone that Space Ramp, the new streaming pinball table, would be part of the firmware release, and unfortunately it got delayed. Nostalgia, any word on when Space Ramp will be available for folks?
I don't have a specific date. I know that it was slotted for when you said it was supposed to come out, but I think there was just a last minute bug they wanted to fix, or just something came up. I would imagine that it's going to be soon. I can't see this. I mean, it's really close. So I'd be surprised if we didn't see it this upcoming week, or at the latest the week after that. But I would imagine that it's coming pretty darn soon.
I mean, look at the live chat. Everyone is begging, pleading, and crying for pinball news, right? And guys, I hope you understand how hard a lot of us content creators are trying to get you the information. But these companies, it's their product. They have licenses. They have arrangements with their licensees and all that stuff. Everything's got to fall into place. And then they'll be like, okay, here's the news. Go deliver it, right? So we're doing everything we can.
If I can jump in, because a lot of people are asking for, when is the release dates? When are the release dates?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't heard anything from AtGames in terms of a release date changing. We haven't heard anything from Arcade 1-Up in terms of a release date changing.
November.
That's what we've been told. So as far as we are all aware, that's kind of the marker. That's what everyone's aiming for. That being said, we saw very quickly what happens when you put out a product in pinball world that has flipper delay, that has issues. You get a lot of consumers that are spending big money on these things, and they're not happy with the experience, and then that becomes a problem. And now we've got companies like Toy Shock.
Whoa.
Toy Shock.
Oh,
hit the button, P-Dubs.
Hold on.
Yeah, we had Jeff on our show, and you're
that wasn't what I meant. I said toy. Okay, I stumbled on my words. You're right. Toy Shock. In my head, I was like, "Don't say that. Don't say that." And then I said it, of course. Toy Shock. They had some issues, and they had to get new boards, and they're still working on a solution for that. So these companies don't want to run into that mess because it's going to cost them way more in the long run to put out a product that's not ready for market just to meet a certain deadline. I personally would much rather wait 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, whatever it is, to get a properly built product than to get one that I'm going to have to constantly wait on firmware updates and things like that.
Yep.
But the other thing as well is, I mean, things get delayed all the time. We're kind of in the middle of a pandemic. I just got a phone call that my Big Buck Hunter is going to be delayed until March, end of March. And it was supposed to come out next month. And I'm thinking like that really stinks. But at the same time, I mean, you take what you can get. So,
quick question in the chat: do you guys think OneUp would consider doing a Dragon's Lair? Honestly, I think they might, but I think they've probably tabled that. I mean, for now, I mean, iArcade is releasing it. I think John D did an interview with somebody where he said, "We have no intention on doing it right now. We'd like to see that company succeed." Like, it actually sounded like he said something nice about another company, which he's not prone to do.
that's not how I took it. He literally said, if we did it, we'd do it better.
Well, yeah,
That's
he's
what
like,
he
if we
said.
did it, we do it better. What he's talking about is the appearance of the cabinet, right? They would make a recreation with the black cabinet with the basic Dragon's Lair logo on the side, and then of course the angled marquee. Like, that's how they arcade OneUp would release.
And the screw holes. Don't forget the screw holes.
Oh yeah, and the screw holes, right? So that's how they would release it, right? Whereas iArcade, theirs is more of a multi-K type. It's really cool, but it looks cool though. I mean, it looks cool. I also heard a rumor that John D's vape pen exploded and it caught the arcade OneUp Marvel pinball machine prototype on fire, and that has caused the delay, guys, as they had to take it back to the drawing board because the one prototype blew up from the vape pen. No, I'm just kidding. I thought that was a pretty funny comment. I saw that on the on one of the fan pages, but nobody else is laughing. I guess I'm not as funny as I thought I was. Oh well.
Popcorn lung is serious business, man.
Look at Detroit Love sitting back there. He's like, yeah, yep. What else do we have for folks? What else is going on in the world of gaming, guys? So just a heads up, these pinball machines are supposed to come out in November. So I'm assuming here in October, we're going to get the news, right? We're going to get the news. But Nostalgia, let me ask you this. Do you think they would wait until like November 1st to say, hey, it's coming out like November 15th? They would do it before.
Who's they?
Like either of these companies. I want to know when.
Well, we know that Arcade OneUp, but just won't say anything, and then someone to go to Costco and buy them.
That's fair, yeah. Arcade OneUp may just release them out to the public, and then people will start sending photos out in the community saying, I found one in the wild. I don't know.
What would you guys do if you guys walked into a Costco and the Arcade OneUp Marvel pinball machine was sitting in there? That'd be hilarious.
I would probably buy it.
Oh man.
Yeah,
It's
see,
gonna happen.
I'm not sure. I don't think it really matters if they wait until a week before launch before they actually say, hey, they're going to be available in a week, because the reality is that there's going to be heavy demand. And right now there's going to be some sort of a competitive advantage for whomever can get this out to the market first. So we already know that Toy Shock is having some delays in terms of their boards. I know that things were supposed to be coming September, and now they're moving into, I think, November. Is that right, P-Dubs?
They haven't
For
made
the 1.1s or the next versions?
Yeah, they haven't made an official announcement.
So I'm okay. I'm speculating. Then they've delayed from the original launch window in which they were expecting. So the reality is whoever kind of gets to market first is going to have a pretty open playing field. There's not going to be much competing against them. So it's in everybody's best interest to get it out quickly. But at the same time, nobody wants to show all their cards because then that puts them at a disadvantage. So
yeah, but like, how big of a disadvantage? Like,
pretty big disadvantage.
Well, like, okay, so what would go ahead, Michael B. Never mind. Go ahead.
So, Nostalgia, we've talked about this a lot of times, and it's the same thing with the arcade AtGames Legends Ultimate compared to an arcade OneUp. Are they in competition? Isn't it like a different animal altogether?
Right.
I think that the reality of the situation is that AtGames pinball machine is not in competition with Arcade OneUps, but I think Arcade OneUps is in competition with AtGames. And I know that kind of sounds a little bit off, but my perspective is that for the people who can only fit one machine,
Okay.
they're going to buy the AtGames machine because, one, you get a bigger playfield, you're going to have more games. It's a little bit more robust in terms of its features. You have online. They've already got proven concept in terms of online leaderboards with their virtual pinball as it stands. I mean, there's a lot of pros in the AtGames pinball world. Right now, we don't know what it looks like. We don't know the art that's going to be there. We don't know if it's going to be appealing. We don't have the games list yet. So all of those things are kind of unknowns. But if AtGames is able to move to market first, that's going to be a good advantage for them, because people who don't want to wait for the next few months to get their arcade one-ups may end up just spending the money on the AtGames unit, and maybe they only had space for one machine.
Let's take a poll from the live chat here, guys. And guys, I want you to be completely honest. Do you guys want, on the AtGames pinball machine, do you guys want a dedicated artwork package, such as, you know, one of the included games, it's just that, like that's the artwork, like one game, right? Or do you guys want a more multi-K design? Are you interested in a kind of a retro multi-K design? Or are you guys interested in more of a modern multi-K? Kind of like, I don't know, if you look at like the arcade one-up pinball machines and the artwork they showed us at CES, which obviously has changed since then, but they had designs, right? They had characters from every game on the machine. And if there's one thing arcade one-up does well, is they make shit pretty. I mean, they make stuff look pretty. Sorry, I swore, but they make stuff look pretty, right? I think AtGames needs to realize that the artwork on this cabinet, this is, in my opinion, the most important product they are going to release, this pinball machine. I think a lot of, and they need to put their absolute best foot forward and make this thing gorgeous. Because if this thing comes out and it has had the Fix-It Felix style cheap artwork like the Legends Ultimate does out of the box, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I
well,
personally am going to be disappointed.
well,
This thing
I must
needs to
say,
look stellar.
I must say I like the concept of what AtGames did with this cabinet. They just didn't size it correctly, and the method to adhere it, put it on the cabinet is not the best. But I would say if they could sell you the arcade cabinet and have optional different graphics that you can put on that similar way, but maybe where the trim holds the graphics in, because I don't think even with this thing here, you don't, unless you walk up to it and looking for it, I don't think you really are going to notice it. And that's just the reality. But I think they could do it better. So I think if they were able to have the trim snap on and it puts that graphics behind it, I think the quality of it is fine. I think the graphic work on it was fine. So if I could get whatever I wanted, or a choice of 5 or 6 different, if it's 22 games, and I can buy any one of those 22 graphics and be able to put it on there properly and have the pinball that I want in my game room, that's definitely a better way to do it versus just giving me a random one that I may or may not like.
I love hearing the feedback from the crowd, guys. I think that the design of this pinball machine is critical, like absolutely critical. And, you never know. Maybe they'll have swappable artwork. That'd be kind of cool. But then again, guys, I want this thing. I want people, when they open the box, I want to open that box, pull that out and look at it and go, oh, I just spent $600 on this piece of art. You know what I mean? And it plays thousands of pinball games, right? That's what I want. Nostalgia, you look like you're about to jump out of your seat. What do you got for us?
Well, I don't have anything breaking to provide. And I'm sorry, I'm moving my chair around. I'm not actually super excited to talk, but I will talk since you've given me the mic. I think AtGames, in terms of their artwork, a lot of people are saying dedicated. Some people are saying multicade. The AtGames can go one of many ways. They could go dedicated with a specific title and reskin it however they want in terms of picking one title that's going to be released on the machine and skinning it in that way. They could go with kind of like a multicade approach where you've got kind of a whole bunch of different graphics, similar to what they did with the ALU. I have no idea what they're planning to do. Personally, I kind of, if I'm making a recommendation, I think that either get a really good multicade graphic done, so that way it actually looks really appealing, or if they're not able to pick something that's really nice, then maybe go with something that's reminiscent of a specific table and give people that option. And we're seeing changeable art on the ALU, we're probably going to see something like that on the pinball. And now that they've got their new acrylic mounts that'll help keep everything flush, I think that'll help too. So
Now, what I find interesting is the chat is saying most folks are saying dedicated machine art. I'm seeing more folks saying multi-K design not as good, which I'm kind of surprised at because I figured AtGames does it's a multi-K, it's a multi-K pinball, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and their current artwork is multi-K design. You figured they would just throw some kind of multi-K pinball artwork on there. But then again, what if it was, oh geez, let's just pick a Farsight title. Here, we'll pick a Farsight title. We'll know that's not going to happen, right? Because they don't have the license anymore. But let's just say the ACDC, right? They can't get it. Farsight doesn't have the license anymore. So ACDC table will not be on here, guys. But here's the thing. If they made this like a dedicated ACDC table, right? But you have the ability to play hundreds and hundreds of games. Are you guys going to be cool with that? Or would you prefer you want to have like characters from every other game on there? Let me know what you guys think honestly in the chat. Go ahead, Detroit Love.
I just think with pinball, the precedent has not been set with that. You know what I mean? With arcade cabinets, the multi-K thing is there and it's been around for years, and I don't think a lot of people are fans of it per se. I think it's a huge risk to come out with a multi-K themed pinball versus a dedicated, or with the option to be able to swap out. I think pinball is more than arcade machines, is all about the presentation. And so I wouldn't recommend having a multi-K pinball machine at all.
Right, guys. And the reason I said ACDC is because Farsight and Stern, they don't have that license together anymore. So don't go freaking out thinking there's an ACDC table coming out. I picked that one as an example of what if this truly was just a dedicated artwork cabinet, but you could do so much with it. I'm seeing a lot of people saying they would prefer a dedicated design instead of a multi-K. Michael B, what about you, brother?
There's only one correct answer, and AtGames, if you're listening, Elvira Scared Stiff Pinball needs to be the dedicated artwork on this cat.
Hey, you put Elvira on this thing in her outfit, you're gonna sell a ton of cabinets. Why not, right?
I think if I can jump in here on this comment, the reason why I'm kind of I've got mixed feelings about having a multi-kid look versus having something dedicated, because I'm looking at AtGames in terms of their business model. Now with Arcade 1-Up, it makes sense for them to go very specific and have these cabinets very unique, because they're not releasing one cabinet, they're releasing multiple cabinets, and there's going to be a series of them. So maybe Marvel's not your thing, so you won't buy it. Maybe you want Attack from Mars, and that's the one you're going to buy, but maybe that's not it either. So you'll wait for Star Wars, and maybe that's not it, and you'll wait for the next one. Back to the Future, if something like that comes out. With Arcade 1-Up, they've got all these different SKUs lined up, whereas AtGames has one. So if they tie themselves to one IP, you're really gonna, I don't want to say you're knocking out some of your market, but for the people who are not interested in that art style, they may not buy it because of the art style. I think the art is very, very, very important in terms of people's purchasing decisions.
Well, what if they go and you know, what if they go the Toy Shock route? Toy Shock has said that they would like to release multiple dedicated cabinets. They all have the same games, the same features, but user gets to pick. You get to pick Haunted House, you get to pick Black Hole, maybe Class of 1812, maybe Bone Busters, right? What if AtGames gave you guys that option? What if AtGames gave you could choose from multiple artwork packages? Do you think that would be a better way to go? And each package is for, like, let's just say, I don't know, the top 5 games included on the machine out of the 22, right?
Well, obviously the huge risk with that method is you can have a warehouse full of games that don't sell, versus being able to sell every cabinet.
Right.
So there's production risk there.
This conversation is crazy to me. I mean, they've just announced changeable artwork. Obviously, the mindset is they're probably going to go with changeable artwork on the pinball table, right? I mean, why would they
go back?
Right.
But I don't want, like, the artwork on this thing. Like, I don't want to open it up, and the first thing I say when I look at it is, I can't wait to swap the artwork. I want to take this thing out of the box, and the first thing I say is, this thing is freaking gorgeous. It's beautiful. I can't wait to play it. And yeah, there's some options to get some optional artwork down the road if I ever get bored of looking at it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, but the reality is,
too.
in that scenario, that's a 2-second experience of taking out the box. Once it's out the box, you got to look at that thing forever.
It's all about that first impression.
Yeah, well, again,
I agree.
People would rather have what the cabinet that they desire to have in their game room or wherever they have it.
Hold on.
Look the way they want it versus this 1 second opportunity to come out the box and say,
So why don't they just do the forever artwork right on the cabinet, and then you also have the option to get overlays that can just cover it up.
And maybe that's something that they're considering doing. I'm not sure, but you got to keep in mind that when we're talking about these interchangeable artwork, look with the Legends Ultimate, the 1.1. You're covering the sides, but your control deck is still the same. Your bezel's still the same. True. Your marquee is still the same. Your kick plate's all still the same. So in order for them to make a modular system that's going to be able to cover every aspect, the back glass, the top, the sides of the back, the actual whole body, the front, underneath, pretty much everything, to kind of give it that new custom look, that would be pretty complicated, and it may be very expensive for the end user. So I think the best bet's getting something that looks really nice out of the box that will appeal to a wide variety of individuals. And then I actually maybe think P-Dubs is right with his suggestion as making the exact same table, just skin it 2 or 3 times. Just have 3 different variations of the same machine, maybe something dedicated, maybe something multi-cade, maybe something else.
Or what if Brad wins the Internet Award of the Year, guys? Brad says just make it black and sell the separate artwork. What if it was kind of just black with just like the Legends Ultimate logo on it here and there, or the AtGames logo, or the Legends Pinball logo, because it's called Legends Pinball, right? So you have the AtGames logo, Legends Pinball, like a couple little things on the cabinet so you know who it is, what it is. But what if it was black and then they just sold a whole crap ton of artwork options that you just, swapped out on the side? What about that, guys? I think Brad's onto something there. I'm interested in that.
See, for me, I don't necessarily disagree with that idea, but at the same time, I think that if I'm paying $600 for a pinball machine, I think that maybe that's all I have the budget for, and I don't have extra money to be spending on additional vinyls and reskinning it. So I think there needs to be something out of the box where people can just buy it and be happy with the art that's on there.
You're rich, bro. You're rich. Okay, guys.
Okay. And the reality of it is, you can add that graphics on anytime later, so it's not something that has to happen right away. You'll have another $200 in your lifetime. So
I think the difference with what you're talking about is having a good enough product versus having a good product. And I don't think anybody just wants a good enough product. People want a good product. So
right, but here's the other side of it. I thought the toy Shock Haunted House was hideous. I had no experience with Haunted House and the green. It just did nothing for me. So I bought it to mod it, period, and wanted to get rid of that as quickly as possible. Where other people love the Haunted House, but again, that just wasn't it wasn't in my wheelhouse. But the reality of it is, any of these products for a modder, at $400 to $600, man, is just for the cabinet alone, a solid that you can do whatever you want to do with it is worth the money by itself. So.
Well, guys, it's been 90 minutes. We have 125 people watching. Greatly appreciate your guys' support. Now, I did promise you guys kind of a little exclusive sneak peek about AtGames. So here's what I can tell you. Some information they gave exclusively to the Super GameRoom Dudes. When it comes to, let's say, what if you could, let me ask the community feedback on this. You have your AtGames Legends Ultimate, right? It's a 2-player control deck. For some reason, I'm actually surprised. There have been a lot of people who've been clamoring for a 4-player control option from AtGames. What if I told you guys that maybe there was a firmware update coming soon where you can take your AtGames Legends Ultimate and, let's say, a Legends Gamer, and you can either Bluetooth or USB connect them, and you now have a 4-player option? Or what if you had 2 Legends Gamers where you could have 4 people sitting on the couch and play 4-player games? Does that get you excited? Are you guys into 4-player play? Me, not so much, but again, it's innovation, and I love innovation. And I have a feeling we're going to be seeing this update coming very soon from AtGames, where you will be able to have 4-player playability coming down the road. Nostalgia, what do you think about this? Tell me, Dan.
I love those gloves.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, what I think is that these are the small little details that give a good reason why people want to look at that Legends Connect board, because you get the advantage of having all of these extra features. So, and again, they're all out of the box. So that's kind of why I say, sure, the Pi 4 is way more powerful. It has so many different applications, and in many cases, it's the better pick. But for the individual who's just looking for a really simple plug-and-play, streamlined solution with lots of options,
Right.
the Legends Connect is good. So, I mean, I love to hear that. I'm not a 4-player person. I don't have 3 friends. So I pretty much just play by myself. So I'm never going to use that feature, but it's really good for families. If you've got a bunch of kids in the house that all want to play at the same time, like, that's pretty sweet.
I love the people saying they need more friends. That's awesome. Guys, now don't forget, next week, Ice Arcade, their website goes live Tuesday evening. And even if you look at it, and even if you think you know everything, still make sure you come and tune in to our show on Thursday. We will have either the CEO or the COO on, one of the two, maybe both, and talking about Ice Arcades. And you definitely don't want to miss this broadcast, especially if you enjoyed our Toy Shock show as well as our iArcade show that we've done in the past. We definitely put on really good shows when we have these kind of guests. So make sure you guys tune in next week. Make sure you guys subscribe to all the hosts. I need to go eat some dinner before my blood sugar drops. So as always, guys, we love you. We appreciate your support. And Detroit Love, you can send us on your way whenever you're ready.
Guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Until next time, we'll see you on the web.